Warriors, thanks for tuning back into my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I painted these Shasvastii Nox Troopers to get them ready for Infinity Defiance. But hopefully you'll find this video useful no matter if you're playing Defiance, or if you're playing Code 1, or even if you're playing N4. It was a super easy paint job using primarily contrast paints. So let's head on over to the hobby desk and I'll show you how I got these done. Let's get started. Hey there, hobby warriors. We're down at the paint table and I'm just showing off the primed miniature. I primed this batch of miniatures using Vallejo Gray Surface Primer. And we're going to get started with Gryph-hound Orange contrast paint. And we're going to paint the undersuit of all of our Shasvastii miniatures in this color. The undersuits on these miniatures are very well textured, but you still want to make sure that you're controlling your pulling and try to be as neat as possible. We don't want to spill over onto the outer armor. Right, moving on to our second color, Black Templar contrast paint. We're going to cover the weapons as well as the outer armor plates of the miniature in this color. You want nice even coverage, so again on those flat armor panels, make sure that you're controlling your pulling. If you need to, you can rinse off your brush, dry it off a little bit, and then use your clean brush to soak up any excess. Right, now we're going to start highlighting the outer armor using Dawnstone. We're going to go ahead and dry brush this. So you're going to take the undiluted paint on your brush, wipe most of it off on a paper towel, and then we're going to lightly drag this over all of the edges of the armor. It'll be a little bit difficult to see this gray on top of the black, but it'll make a huge difference in the next step, where we're going to dry brush on top of this using Army Painter Matte White. And so what this will do, this second dry brush, you're going even lighter and focusing on the tops of the armor panels. And because we had dry brushed gray underneath this, you get a really nice transition from white through your gray all the way down to your black. And it just makes hitting all of those hard edges really, really easy for us so that we don't have to spend time doing a traditional edge highlight. So now we're going to work on their skin, and I'm using Army Painter Green Tone wash, diluted 1:1 with some mixing medium from Army Painter. So this gives us a really light green color, and we're going to apply about 2 thin coats of this to all of the Shasvastii exposed skin, which is mostly their heads. And next, I'm grabbing Lead Belcher, and for any of your Shasvastii miniatures that have sort of a cybernetic visor on their face, I'm going ahead and picking those out in this true metallic color. Next up, with Agarose Dunes, some of your Shasvastii miniatures may have accessory pouches and bags, and this is a great color for a rucksack. So if you have any of those, Just give this one nice coat and it'll look great. Now, if your Shasvastii miniature happens to have a bladed weapon, this Tesseract Glow makes a really nice one-coat application to your weapons, and you'll get a really nice yellow edge highlight with green along the blade. It looks fantastic. And then moving on with Uriel Yellow, we're going to freehand paint some unit markings on the armor. And all I'm doing here, I'm keeping it really simple, getting a really nice fine tip on my brush. My brush isn't too overloaded. My paint's been diluted well with water, but not too much. You don't want it running out of control. But we're just painting some thick banded lines. We also did some dot patterns. And then we also did some thin hazard marking lines on some of the miniatures as well. You can go wild with this, use your imagination and paint your own kill markings and squad markings as you feel comfortable doing. Hey there, welcome back Hobby Warriors. So as you can see, the minis are now all completed and looking great on their bases. If you're curious how I went about doing these blue desert bases, I'm going to put a video link up in the cards that'll show you step by step how I got this look. If you want to follow along with that video, you'll be able to replicate this exact look on your own miniatures. And even if you don't want the blue color for your desert, you can follow that tutorial and substitute the colors for whatever colors you like and get a very similar effect that fits in with your army. But that's really it for this video, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Let me know if there's any other Infinity miniatures that you'd like to see me paint, or any other game system. Doesn't necessarily have to be Infinity. I'm gonna make the videos that you guys want to see. Go ahead, and if you like the content here, like, subscribe, standard YouTube stuff, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Keep slaying the gray.